Okay, guys, what I want to go over today is from Phil M. Jones, the book Exactly What to Say. And I think this is really important in how we frame our conversations with the people that we're working with. You know, first of all, this book it's such an easy read. It's, this is the width of the book. There's an audio version. It's an hour and 7 minutes. Dedicate a solid hour to listening to this. As I've always said before, we offer a lot of services here at Spyglass Realty, and I truly believe that our consumers, our clients, our buyers and sellers really benefit from it. So everyone's looking for this great service from a real estate agent. They just don't know that that service is coming from you. So the way that these words are supposed to work is we're trying to insert words in the dialogue of our conversation that leads people to knowing why we're the best benefit for them and their family, okay? So what I've done here is I put the words that you want to say, words exactly what to say here, and then in the red I've got kind of the subconscious and why we're saying this. And I tried to put this in case uses for both sellers and buyers. As you know, I'm using this stuff primarily for sellers, but a lot of you guys are using it for buyers. So I try to give good examples of both. The first one is, I'm not sure if this is for you, but what we're asking for here is we're going to be, giving an ask when we, when we're using this term, I'm not sure if this is for you, but we're giving them a no pressure ask, okay? So like in this example, maybe they're interviewing a discount agent, okay? And you want to give them an example of why using full service brokerage would be good. I'm not sure if this is for you, but it's known that our services lead to over a 1% gain for our clients' net result, okay? Another one is if you're asking for a referral. I'm not sure if this is for you, but if you know someone that is interested or could use our services, please give them our name, okay? The next one is how open-minded would you be about, okay? And the thought process behind this is that everyone wants to be open-minded, but in reality, several people are not. So when you frame a conversation with, how open-minded would you be about, the subconscious is going to say, well, I'm open-minded. Let's hear what you have to say. An example of that would be, I had a seller that I called the other day. He, logged on our website for some reason, and he already had 3 interviews lined up. And I said, how open-minded would you about interviewing a 4th agent that has the credentials that I have, which is having been a Platinum Top 50 agent for the past 7 years in a row, okay? What do you know about, okay? So this is for, kind of combats the mentality of these I know best people, right? And there's a lot of these people that think that, I've had people that, I've interviewed on the phone or in person that says, oh, I watch HGTV, I'm a stager. And I went to this one house where it looked like a freak horror museum with all these little dolls and stuff everywhere. And like, how could she possibly know anything about staging, right? So, in this example, like, if you have someone that maybe they don't even believe in staging. So, what do you know about the benefits of staging and what the studies show that does to the end results of the properties that use it to list their homes, right? Another one would be, what do you know about how a multiple offer situation can affect the price of a home that you're selling? What do you know about how a trained negotiator can help you negotiate a portion of the sale towards concessions that you can later use to upgrade your home? Those types of examples. The next one would be, how do you feel, right? So this lets them imagine the fear of loss or the fear of success. And studies show that the fear of loss is a much bigger motivator than the fear of success, but you can use it in either way, right? An example would be, how would you feel if you hired a discount agent and they ended up losing a multiple offer situation because they just weren't motivated enough? Or how would you feel if you hired an agent that couldn't even negotiate their own commission and they lost tens of thousands of dollars on the sale of their home because they didn't go through the same training that we went through? This is an example of, you're in a situation where you're against an agent that's discounting their commission, obviously. Just imagine, right? So this creates a picture in the mind. It offers a story that helps consumer imagine the outcome of the results, right? And, storytelling is really big in marketing right now because it paints a picture that people put themselves in. So that's why we use these words, just imagine. Just imagine how you're going to feel after we dig deep to find off-market properties and you end up finding your dream home with your family, right? Just imagine having your home marketed across every platform and you win a contract because of the multiple offer situation that we put you in, right? Just imagine how that's going to feel for your family having these positive results. Okay, next one, number 6. Don't say, do you have any questions? Do say, what questions do you have for me? So the first one pushes for a negative scenario and may make them feel dumb if you frame it the wrong way. If you ask later and they say no, then you can move to a close after that, right? I did this just the other day, and you got to train yourself to put these images of the words you're going to say and use them in practice. But instead of saying, do you have any questions for me? I said, what questions do you have for me? It's a very simple thing. And then finally, number 7 is 3 options, 2 bad, 1 good. So I just put this training up the other day, and my first time I used this one, I was very lucky because I was sitting right over here and this board was right there. And it's probably beginner's luck, but the agent had 3 listing agents lined up to interview, and that's when I said, how would you feel about interviewing a 4th agent that's been a platinum top 50 winner for the past 7 years in a row? He didn't bite on that. He's like, no, I'm good. And I said, his name is Kirk. I said, Kirk, let me just paint a scenario for you. As far as I see, you have 3 options. Number 1, you can hire a discount agent and risk losing tens of thousands of dollars on the sale of your home, okay? Number 2, you can sell for sale by owner and risk even more money. Number 3, you can hire us and know that you're in the best possible hands to cover all the marketing variables that lead to a multiple offer situation and get you the most money for your home. What do you think you want to do? The guy literally laughed and said, well, when you put it like that, I think I better interview you. And I met with him the next day. I'm pretty sure I got that listing. Another, for example, is for buyers. Number 1, hire a rebate agent who could care less about your actual success, right? They have no motivation. Number 2, you hire a friend or family member who isn't trained in the art of negotiation and who does not have access to the off-market listing base that we do. Number 3, you hire our team who studies the market, trained in negotiation, has access to off-market listings, and who has led over 800 families to positive results. What do you think you should do? So that's a very powerful closer when you're trying to get someone to do something that they think they don't want to do. And in reality, if you're here at Spyglass Realty, you're listening to what we say and you're implementing the training that we're giving you on a day-to-day basis, you are going to be the best choice for them. You just need them to know. So this is the first half of the book. Our next meeting, we're going to cover the next half of the book. If you have not read this book, read it. If you want to download the Audible, it's 1 hour and 7 minutes. Everyone has time for that. I listened to it 3 times. And the reason I listened to it 3 times is because, quite frankly, I was doing shit other times, and I wanted to make sure that I absorbed the whole thing. And we're going to walk you through this, guys. This is what we do. We find stuff that works. we implement it for ourselves, and then we train you to do it. All right, so that's it for today's call, and we will see you next week.